Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your host, Michael, or Thoughts Become Things. Welcome to another video. Guys, I really wanted to share this idea here with you. So, the universe isn't testing you. Now, I was going through, tearing out some pages, cleaning up some of these notebooks that I have here that I'm looking through right now, where I've drawn different things at different moments in time and stuff. And I came across and I stumbled across an image that I recreated with Photoshop. It's very, very simplistic because I came across this image that I actually drew out on actual physical paper, and I wrote only two notes on it. There's only two things. It's an image, and then it has two notes. So in this image, guys, that we're about to get ready to view here, just keep in mind that there's only two things that we're going to talk about. So this video is actually pretty short, straightforward to the point. So let's get into this. Now, I titled this video, "The Universe Isn't Testing You." So if you feel threatened by people, if you feel threatened right now, or you feel tested by some way, shape, or form, like you feel like people are treating you wrong on purpose, or you feel like you're just, being done wrong and you're seeing certain evil acts around you. Now, I'm talking about in your own personal world. I'm talking about the world that you look out there and you see and that you experience firsthand for yourself. How do you view the world? That's very, very important. Don't pass that off. I'm serious. Don't pass that off. Albert Einstein has a way of making himself known, and he makes his way into my videos. I laugh because he always makes his way into my videos somehow, some way. He wants to be remembered this way. He always keeps rearing his head, but he actually has a quote that says that how you view the world is actually foremost of importance. You can either view the world as if it hates you, or you can view the world through the lens of love. He says that you have two options. You can either view the world as a dangerous place to live, or you can view it as a safe place to live. And your own personal belief, now we're about to get into this image here, don't be scared by it, but it's definitely raw truth here. And if you're suffering with any thoughts about, hey, I'm being done wrong, or I'm not seeing good things in my world, and like people keep doing me wrong, and people keep breaking into my car, and people keep doing that, yeah. Well, I'm about to share something here where I'm going to clear this up. The universe is not testing you, my friend. The universe is not testing you. That's the absolute truth. What's happening is your beliefs are being reflected back to you. Now again, let's not worry about what's happening in the collective world. How does your own personal world every day unfold for you? Are you having people treat you poorly? Are you whenever you go places, are you seeing things chaotic? Now, I'm not saying any of these things are good or bad, okay? There's no judgment here. All I'm saying, for the sake of this video, is that the universe is not testing you. It's truly not. Now, right before we get into this image, I mentioned once more the Albert Einstein quotes, is because Albert Einstein knew about these things. He says the world as we see it is only the world as we see it. Others may see it differently. Guys, we have a personal universe that we project outwardly, and then we are reflected back via certain circumstances, how people might be treating us, what we bring out of certain people. That's all that's happening. The universe is not testing you, but rather it's your own beliefs being reflected back to you. So onward in this video, now you see the drawing that I had on physical paper, that I'm looking at on physical paper right now as I'm reading through this as well. But I also made a Photoshop presentation that looks exactly identical to the drawing. So you see the man on the left, or the woman. You can view this as yourself. What's actually happening now that I'm revealing the first text principle, I told you there's only two things we're going over, but now you already see the first one. Guys, you aren't being tested. The truth is that our minds are projector screens, believe it or not. And what you are actually seeing and experiencing outside of you, you are actually projecting your own consciousness onto the screen of space and time. That's actually all that's happening. So the universe is not testing you. It's reflecting back to you your own beliefs, your own, whatever you're conscious of the most. So it's true when they say that whatever you focus on grows in your consciousness. And guess what? Whatever you focus on grows in your consciousness, and then whatever you guys, whenever you go out and about in a public setting, or whenever you're interacting with people, places, environments, anything, you could be interacting with a bottle of water and have prejudices against the water. There's some people that just don't like water. They hate water. And it's crazy. But you have to realize that you are actually projecting your own beliefs and inner awareness. It's whatever you're focused on the most. Guys, this is why I talk about you have to form the habit of programming yourself mindfully. In the present moment, you're programming yourself every day in some shape, way, or form, okay? You are listening to subliminals like a couple times a day, if need be, okay? And the best time to do this is right before sleep, listening to our forgiveness subliminal on our YouTube channel. I've been doing that before bed. Things like this. But ultimately, you are feeding your mind new beliefs. Now you're doing it from an enlightened, conscious perspective. It's what we're all about on this channel. So this video, though, in particular, we're going to go over the second thing. We already really talked about it. But the title of this video and the really overall message here is that you need to take responsibility for your own belief systems within yourself. Because you're carrying those belief systems wherever you go out into the world. And guys, I've told us before, you're not really doing this consciously. There are subconscious belief patterns that aren't serving us. And I declare, decree that you are experiencing freedom now that you are realizing, hey, I'm the one projecting all of this. I'm the one that can change this. I'm actually projecting my own thoughts and fears and worries out into the world. We call this the screen of space and time. This is what our actual eye can perceive as a visible light spectrum. And we're actually only experiencing a very, very small bandwidth of the electromagnetic spectrum called visible light. But the whole point of me going through this video is so that we can get our thoughts oriented in the positive direction. Guys, I have been uploading every week, several times in a week recently, positive affirmations via subliminal videos and certain hypnosis videos that I've been uploading, certain meditative exercises. They only are about 11 minutes and 11 seconds long. These subliminal messages, if you're listening to them like once every day, that's only 11 minutes per day, and you keep your mind focused on these tools, these mind program tools, because that's really what they are. They are tools that we can use via audio, via visuals to stimulate, hey, I am clearing these negative beliefs. I am clearing these negative blocks while also plugging in and planting reinforcing the positive beliefs. So not only are we taking out the negative beliefs, but now we are reinforcing our positive beliefs. This video in particular is to tell you it's okay. No one's out to get you. The universe isn't out to get you. No person's out to get you. This is absolute truth, guys. It's all a war of the mind. You have to understand it's what you feed yourself mentally that you end up projecting onto the screen of space. All that means is that that's what's reflected back to you. Your own thoughts, opinions, beliefs about certain people, places, environments, even thoughts about yourself. They're all reflected back to you. So they say that, the world and everything that you see outside is sort of a mirror of what's happening within yourself. That especially is true, I believe, for the third dimension, guys. So if we need to learn one thing Like, seriously ingrain this nugget deep into the recesses of our mind. It is that since we are projecting our own consciousness onto the screen of space and time, and it's not the universe's fault, the universe is not testing me. Listen to this, get this, take notes. You are actually projecting your own inner consciousness, beliefs, thoughts, opinions, doubts, fears, worries, faith even. Let's go the opposite side. Faith, courage, wellness. You're projecting these things. Thus, they are reflecting back to you. So moving into this second point now, the universe isn't testing you. Look, I highlighted in this in red for a message so that we can, basically it tells our subconscious, hey, we need to stop and really soak this up. Listen to this, guys. Stop and listen to this and absorb this information. You really want to get this, guys. The universe isn't testing you. Your subconscious is simply giving you feedback via the outside world and other people and events in your environment and stuff and so on and so forth. Your subconscious is simply giving you feedback. You're not being tested. It's giving you feedback based on your own beliefs and attitudes towards it. Now, what do I mean by towards it? I'm talking about based on how you believe and have an attitude about a certain person. It could be a specific person. It could be a group of people. It could be like a minority of people. It could be a select group. It could be a specific person. Whatever we're talking about, it could be a specific person in your life, or it could be a specific group of people, or it could be a certain movie. It could be the way a certain building looks or house looks. You just don't like it. Or let's just say something that you simply don't like in your outside 3D world. Guess what? You internally, what's actually happening is you're projecting your own consciousness onto those things, which reveals through quote-unquote God or these empty particles, because what you see with your eyes isn't totally real anyway. That's so deceiving. When you look at things a different way, the things you look at change. I'm not sure who quoted that, but maybe I can find that. When you look at things different and you choose to view the world in a different light, perhaps positive, I declare and decree that we're viewing the world in a positive light now, only in health, wealth, happiness. It is us then that are projecting our own consciousness and beliefs and thoughts and attitudes onto the screen of space and time, which merely reflects it back to us. Are you following this? This means that you have the ultimate power. Do you see how you actually do have control of the situation? Now, you might not have control of what happens collectively necessarily, but you do have control over your own life experience and what you experience from certain people, places, environments. It all has to do with your projecting certain thoughts and attitudes and opinions and things onto others. Guys, forgive us. We are all doing this. We are projectors. Our mind is actually the maker of matter. If you want to simplify all of this projection onto the world and our own consciousness, onto people, places, environments, onto the screen of space and time, let's just put it this way. That we've learned also on this channel that mind is the matrix of all matter. I'm going to repeat that. Mind is the matrix of all matter and materiality. Do you know what this means? Once again, it points back to yourself. It means that you have the ultimate power. So once more, the universe isn't testing you guys. Calm down. It's not. It's not. The universe isn't testing you. Your own subconscious mind is giving you feedback based on your own beliefs and attitudes towards everything. Because I put the word it on this paragraph highlighted in red here. Your own beliefs and attitudes towards it. Whenever I say the word it, I'm talking about people, places, specific people, specific environments, environments in general, certain places to live, certain homes, certain cars. Some people hate on things for no reason at all. But this is what I'm saying. Those things hate you too. But it's not personal. The universe isn't saying, hey, you hate me, so I'm just going to hate you back. No, 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 no. That's the job of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind merely, reflects back to you what you believe about yourself. The subconscious mind, the universe isn't testing you guys. No angels or demons or God is saying, okay, I have an ultimate test for this person. Now it might use certain things that can be perceived as a test to sort of cause you to grow in the world. Now, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the mere experience of your own consciousness on the screen of space and time, referred to as the third dimension, the dimension that you are all hearing me talk in right now. Now, I did end up finding this quote. It's by Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, the things or the matter you look at actually changes. So it's your attitude towards the events and circumstances. It's your attitude towards certain people, places, environments. Now again, the reason why we're triggered is because we have all these subconscious blocks in our mind. We have these subconscious beliefs that, oh, I'm angry. Guys, we have these emotions and stuff that we need to work through. So what I'm saying in the final conclusion of this video, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. The universe isn't testing you, is the title and message, because it's not. Let's read this once more. The universe isn't testing you. It's your subconscious reflecting back to you what you believe. That's all it is. Your subconscious is actually giving you feedback based on that projector screen that is originating in you. So you are projecting your own consciousness onto the screen of space and time. It's you that you need to restructure you guys need to restructure the beliefs in your mind. That's what we promote on this channel. Be transformed. Romans 12:2 says to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be not conformed to the pattern of this world or the thoughts in it. But you need to go internally. You need to plug into a positive program. That's why we release so many positive programs, mind, health, wealth, happiness programs onto this channel. And we have recently many subliminals, and we're going to continue doing this because we're understanding that in doing so, we are renewing our mind over a period of time. We're changing the way we view the world. So if we currently view the world as unsafe and all this other stuff, that's merely our own personal experience projecting onto the screen of space and time our fears, our inner doubts, our inner limitations, our inner negative critic is being projected onto the screen of space and time, and then that shows up in the form of certain energies, negative energies perhaps, certain negative things happening to us, or even just going somewhere and seeing an argument. Like I went somewhere earlier today and I saw an argument out of nowhere, and the energy made me feel very uncomfortable, but I just stayed with it. I was like, okay, I understand that I just need to calm down because I was rather anxious at the time, just in general, was experiencing a little bit of fear and anxiety and stuff as I'm beginning to regain some structure in my life. Now that's on a more personal note, but things are getting better and better, and I hope, and they are for you as well. Like I declare and decree happiness, abundance, health, wealth, happiness as I'm giving energy through this computer screen, but there's no limits to energy or space and time, so you can feel this presence on you right now, spiritually speaking. So I pray over you, and I pray over myself, and we got this, guys. But we all need to stop and realize that it's not the universe testing you. It's just your own subconscious patterns of belief being reflected back to you via feedback, based on your own beliefs and attitudes towards people, places, environments, anything and everything. It's your own beliefs and attitudes that we project out into the world. So if you want to experience a different world outside of you, Well, you are going to have to feed your mind positive things, and you're going to have to reinforce these things over a period of, yeah, it's going to take as long as many years. I'm just going to say it. The guys, this, I say in almost every video that I do, how bad do you want a new life? How bad do you want a new life? The only way that you are going to experience a different quote-unquote reality is to be renewed in your mind and be not conformed to the pattern and thoughts of this world. You have to go inwardly and say, things appear really bad, okay? Like, you have to be honest with yourself. I'm not saying to lie to yourself. No, you have to see where you're at first, and then you can go and work on your mind towards where you want to be. So, view where you're at. Say you're not at a good place. I'm experiencing a lot of fear, worry. This means that we're on the right path, because now we can work through these negative limiting beliefs and end up on the other side, the positive side. You see, through a lot of our subliminal programs, we can do this. Any mind program that is programming wealth, health, happiness into your mind consistently, those are the things that you want to tune into on the regular, because you are programming your mind. And especially if you do subliminals, you're programming your mind subconsciously to reflect back to you those same and similar beliefs. So do you see how important it truly is to project? Now that we know that we're projecting our own consciousness onto the screen of space and time, which is really just what we see outside of ourselves, especially in the 3D. And what I'm saying is that we have to understand that things are not always as they seem in the third dimension. Because we have to understand that it's your own mind. Guys, if you truly knew how powerful the mind was, if all of us truly knew how powerful the mind is, and many people do understand how powerful it is. Many people already understand this truth. Many people are scared of it, including myself. I scared myself even just talking about it. Because there's different dimensional portal realities that you can access if you understand the mind. And I've done these things. Many people have. You know, and you don't need drugs, you don't need anything else to do it. You just need to understand, hey, I can change my inner beliefs, I can program new thoughts, new habits, and then those end up reflecting back to you. Like somehow, some way, you're shaping all of this, and eventually, now it's not going to happen overnight. Like, changing beliefs is habitual. I've told you before, the subconscious only picks up new programs if it's habitual and consistent. That's the only way, because eventually the subconscious will say, we've been told this so many times. Why am I so happy? Why am I so healthy? Like I said, guys, keep listening to those positive subliminals that reprogram your mind for success. That's why we upload these tools to the channel. It gets our mind going in the right direction. But again, understand that these things are only going to be reflected back to us when we are consistent. Like, I'm talking 2-3 years in a row. I mean, I'm not kidding. How bad do you want a new life? So whenever you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And this has to do with changing inner beliefs. It has to do with changing ourselves, our internal attitudes. Why am I so happy? Why am I so wealthy? Why am I so prosperous? Why am I always in the right place at the right time, manifesting exactly what my heart desires for the positive? And you're feeding your mind these things, but it's consistently and habitually. Again, I've told you before, these things can take up to years if your mind's not in the right space. You got to be super patient with yourself. Do you want a subliminal on patience? Let me know right now in the comment section. I'll make it. And I'll probably eventually make one on patience anyway, because I have a lot of different ideas for future subliminals, and subliminals coming up as well. But what I'm saying is, this is how we do it. This is a good video for you to reflect on, because you have to realize that all of this is happening from you. Like your own personal world. It's nothing more than you projecting your own inner consciousness onto the screen of space and time. But guess what? 98 to 99% of what you project is subconscious. You can't even see it. The only way that you see what you believe subconsciously is to go out into the world and see how certain people treat you and different things like this. Because, again, it's not the universe being mean to you. It's you having beliefs that you think the universe is mean. that reflects back to you, guys. The subconscious mind is merely a parrot of information. It parrots back to you what you believe internally about the situation, about yourself. The subconscious mind, guys, I've told us before, it's called the idiot mind sometimes because it's so dang dumb. Guys, I love the subconscious mind. You know that. It's one of my favorite topics on this channel, but it's so dumb. You know why the subconscious mind is sometimes called the idiot mind? Because it just shows back to you anything and everything unconditionally. The subconscious mind is just showing back to you unconditionally. It's just reflecting back to you, hey, okay, you're going to put in something evil to this? All right, I'm going to reflect evil back to you. If you're going to say something mean to me, subconscious mind, bang, says something mean to you, responds the exact same way. It's the idiot mind, guys. It's the dummy mind. But we can program new ideas into our mind. I declare and decree that we're already doing this, that we already have completed and become fully successful at reprogramming beliefs, positive attitudes about the world, people, circumstances, all the environments that our prejudices have left, that our fears have left long time ago, that we have already renewed our mind, that we're going to continue plugging into the subliminals. Guys, keep plugging into the subliminals on Thoughts Become Things. Or at bare minimum, please check out Jake Ducey's Success Hypnosis on his channel. Do something positive for yourself every day that's reinforcing your positive beliefs. Like Justin Perry on Your Critic says, you have to take hold of the mind, or the mind will take hold of you. Which basically means that we are always being inundated with information, guys. But what do you personally have power over? You have a lot more power than what we've been believed to have, because most people believe that we don't have that much power, and a lot of people believe that we do have a lot of power. But I would argue that most people believe that we don't have a lot of power. But the truth is that we do. And how do we have this power? We have the power to choose, hey, today I'm going to program my mind for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Before I go to bed, I'm going to program my mind for 11 minutes and 11 seconds on one of Thoughts Become Things channel, Subliminal. Guys, these things are proven effective. But I've told us before, we live in a right now society. We want things right now, but that's not how subconscious beliefs are changed, my friends. Subconscious beliefs and programs require time, dedication, consistency to be changed. But the good news is that it can be changed. There is a way out. So guys, remember, it's not what you think the universe is doing to you. It's not doing anything to you. It's not testing you. It's simply your own subconscious mind giving you feedback based on what you believe and your attitudes towards those things. This means that you actually have the ultimate power. That the power actually resides within you, but you have to be the one to say, hey, today I'm making a different decision. Today I'm going to stop being lazy. Today, if I have to mark off on a calendar every single day again, if I have to go that route, I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I went 16 days and I keep on marking off. Mark off on a calendar until you have the habit. See, you know what I noticed? I stopped marking off on a calendar, but I kept the habit going. You know what that means? I'm programmed for creating positive material, because I'm already in the habitual mind that I'm sort of beginning to project more success onto this YouTube page. And really, I just do these things to help myself and to parent myself. And then if other people get this material, that's fantastic, because I also do it so that other people, I do it because so that other people can have the opportunity to see the same things that I see, that you do have a way out. The universe isn't testing you. It's your subconscious mind giving you feedback. Guys, we are projector screens. I mean, look at this image. We are projector screens. And at every given moment, it's us. It's the internal subconscious belief patterns. Now, we all have already known this. Or maybe after watching this video, you've brushed up on the material and you're learning it again. But this material, you can't go over it enough, because it reinforces that, hey, oh, okay, so it's what I feed my mind. habitually. It's what I feed my mind consistently. Even if nothing's showing up around me yet, the subconscious program hasn't been fully inserted into the subconscious yet. But once I get this going enough, and guys, subconscious programs are built and fortified with time in the third dimension. You have to plant seeds over a period of time. You have to take certain actions, consistency. We all know this, right? Like, a big part of success is simply being consistent. Like, seriously, that's literally it. But what I'm saying is, at least you know now that you have the power. If you didn't before and you thought the universe was testing you, you know it's not now. The universe is not testing you. We are restructuring our beliefs. We're building new beliefs on this channel. I declare and decree that you are listening to our forgiveness subliminals, that you are listening to our victory mindset subliminals, that you are listening and watching. For all of our sakes, guys, this is not to promote the YouTube channel. It never was. I'm saying this is you are growing your mind again. You are feeding the seeds. Hey, I'm doing it this day, this day, this day, this day. It doesn't have to be my channel. All I'm saying is make damn sure and make dang sure that you are listening to Clear Subconscious Blocks videos. We just uploaded another one to the channel. Click on our playlist tab, and there you will find a list of all of our subliminals in one playlist. Just go through all of them. What I am saying is that all of these have been specifically designed to remove some of these negative subconscious blocks out of our mind, guys. That's where we must pluck out some of this old from our consciousness via subliminal programming. And we are feeding and reinforcing the new beliefs via subliminal programming. I highly suggest that you look into subliminal programming. Now, many of you on this channel are probably already well familiar with it, but if you're not, check it out. These things are more easily being seeped into your subconscious mind because the conscious mind can't focus on all of the words and stuff being said. It's too much information to process. This is where the subconscious mind is strong. This is where the subconscious mind comes in and laps it up like a dog, literally sticking his tongue out saying, yes, 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 because you're feeding me. It's what you feed your mind that projects back to you. So I declare and decree that you are programming your mind consciously and saying, I am consciously and deliberately feeding my mind healthy, positive, well-based, health-based thoughts. That I am programming trusting the universe into my mind. That I am programming forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others into my mind. And you're doing this habitually. I declare and decree that it has already become a habit. And we know that it already has. So guys, thanks for checking out this video. Let's just leave it right there. That was very, very powerful. And we'll see you in the next video.